when you are not here, when you are not present in the now moment of your life, it means that you never experience the full wholeness of that sunrise, the full wholeness of that bird that just flew across your sky, the full wholeness of experiencing your children and that energy in their eyes and the unique happiness that they are showing today in that moment, the full wholeness of experiencing your parents while they are still with you. You essentially miss your entire life. When you are not present, you're also constantly in the past or in the future by definition, which means that you're always reliving stress and anxiety and overwhelm and fear and all the things that come with being stuck in the past or in the future. And we know from our research that when you are constantly in that state, you never allow your body a chance to achieve its full balance, the full homeostasis that it is trying to achieve in every second and every moment. And so whatever health issues you're currently dealing with never get to fully resolve, or you're setting yourself up for future health issues sooner or later. When you are not fully present, it also never allows you to manifest the life that you truly want, because you're never aligning with the energies that create your desires, create the wishes that you would like to see unfold in your current life. You are essentially missing your entire life. So stay tuned, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it really means to be present and why there's a lot of confusion there, and what you can do today to start living your life and stop missing it. Good morning to my inner circle, or good afternoon or good evening, wherever it is you are. Before we dive in today, I just want to take some time to celebrate those of you who have been listening to me, been following, who have subscribed, who like my videos, and who watch my videos in their entirety, because I was recently invited, or let me say I started a conversation with a very big name podcast who is interested in interviewing me. And generally, this, I'm not going to say the gender, otherwise you'll figure it out. But I will announce it later. It's just not quite ripe yet for the announcement. But generally, after individuals appear on this podcast, they kind of blow up and their YouTube kind of blows up. So before that happens, I just wanted to take a moment to warmly celebrate and send my love to those of you who are here before anything. So if you are one of the current subscribers, you're watching these videos before, they reach any of, the hundreds of views, then I want you to just put a comment and let me know, hey, you're here. So I know that you were here before anything blew up. And I want to show you my love and my gratitude in the comments. So go ahead and do that. I had a session recently with a coaching client, that again shared that it's really hard for her to meditate because her thoughts always wander. And this isn't unique to her. This is something that I hear over and over and over again in some form or another. And what I want to focus on today is to remove all of the heavy weights, all of the maladaptive beliefs that come with that notion, so that you can finally stop missing your life and start to practice and implement presence. And then I'm going to also give you some tips on how to start doing that today. When we say that we're not able to meditate because we can't stop our thoughts and we're constantly thinking, the first thing that people who say that aren't recognizing and need to shift or have a paradigm shift on is that you are not your brain and your thoughts, okay? You are the one who is observing your thoughts. And the difference in what that looks like is a thought will come up. And when you believe that you are this voice in your head, that you are these thoughts, and that you are this program, and that's all this brain is this beautiful, perfect program that is designed to take information and kind of run with it. When you believe that you are that voice, when thoughts come up, then naturally you feel like you need to run with it because you are the program. And that looks like, for example, you are meditating and the thought that you forgot to take the clothes out of the washer comes up. And so now you start going on that thought train. Oh my goodness, how long has it been in there? Has it been 2 hours or maybe 3 hours? Oh, I always do this. I did this the last time I did my laundry and my clothes started to have an odor now. Am I going to be able to get this odor out? I need a solution. Maybe I should get a different kind of washer and dryer that automatically will dry it. Or maybe I'll be okay, right? You get the point. Versus the thought comes up, I forgot to take the clothes out of the washer. And you lean into the observer, which is the real you. So you're just going to observe that thought. You're going to notice, oh, look at that. I just had the thought. And you just allow the thought to move on. You don't jump on the bandwagon of now analyzing what that thought means and its implications, moving back and forth between the past and the future. You just stay in the present moment and you become the observer, become your true self. I find that first paradigm shift is often missing in a lot of people who are stuck in this I'm not able to meditate zone. And once they understand that, then everything else is super easy. But I'm going to give you some more tips and some more insights. That same inability to meditate often also translates in this inability to be completely present. Now, people hear presence. It's a word that I think Eckhart Tolle made very popular and everybody's talking about it. But I'm also noticing that a lot of people don't really understand what that means. Or they will also say something like, well, it's not possible for me not to think about anything. I need to be thinking about something. And it all goes back to that same notion. When you confuse yourself with the machine, the program of your beautiful brain, then you feel like, well, I can't be anything than myself, right? But that's not who you are. You are the consciousness observing the activity of your brain. And you can always lean back into that, or you can jump into the analysis when you need to, when you actually have something that you need to figure out. But when you don't, which is, believe it or not, the majority of the day when you're doing various tasks, lean back into that observer. So when we are doing our mundane tasks, from the time we wake up and we're now, let's say, getting ready for work, we're brushing our teeth, we're washing our face, we're applying our makeup, what are we all doing? We're in the program of our brain and our thoughts. We're thinking. What presence is getting out of that thinking mode, although thoughts are going to come up. But when they do, you're going to lean back into the observer and you're just going to bring your attention instead on the activity that you are performing, which actually is easier for the brain than when you're just trying to silence your mind completely during meditation, because you're giving it something to do. You've given it direction. So you're brushing your teeth. You're going to focus on the sensation of those bristles against your teeth. When's the last time you did that? You're going to focus on how the toothbrush feels in your hand. You're going to focus on the sensation of the water in your mouth. You're going to sensation on the flavors going around in your mouth. You're going to feel the sensation of your feet against the floor as you're brushing your teeth. And occasionally, especially when you start doing this in the beginning, you're going to go back into that program of trying to think and analyze. Catch yourself in the mirror. Oh my gosh, I look a mess. What am I going to do with my hair? Yada, 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 yada. Just bring yourself back and become the observer. And what I give some clients who share that they have this difficulty with quieting their mind is I ask them to pick 3 mundane activities that they do every single day, and to intentionally decide that they're going to always be present when they do those 3 things. So it could be brushing your teeth, driving to work, and making your cup of coffee. Now, I try to infuse presence. I started just in that same spot where I just started to do it with a few things, and then I gradually increased the activities. But I try to now infuse presence in every single activity that I'm doing, even those that will require my analytical brain. So when I'm in talking to a patient, I always start with presence, because it is in that present moment that I can really feel the entire essence of the patient that is in front of me. All of her. Not my biases, not my stories, not what I think she's going to tell me, not what I think she has. I just want to feel all of her. And so keep in mind that when you aren't present, you are literally missing your life. You're only experiencing very small fractions of whatever it is that's happening in that moment. It explains why most of us don't remember, what someone was wearing when you ran into them the other day, or, you'll have different accounts of the same event that happened, because we all have varying degrees of presence throughout our lives. And wouldn't it be sad if you lived your entire life but never experience the entire wholeness and the richness of your life, of your relationships, people that you love, of experiences that you may never even be able to have again. And so choose presence whenever you can and make that your dominant state, and then use this beautiful program, this mind, when it is necessary to go into analysis of data. When you do that, you'll notice that you're going to be activating your sympathetic nervous system, which is that calmful and peaceful side of your nervous system, rather than that fight or flight, which is the sympathetic, and you'll activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calm side, and the sympathetic is the fight or flight. And you take your body out of that constant stress mode. So you allow it to do what it is trying to do every second, which is to heal you. You take your mind and your emotions and your consciousness out of always worrying that something bad's about to happen, and allowing the universe to coordinate the magic it is trying to deliver to you. So presence truly has multiple benefits that will change your life. And so I want you to start implementing these tips today. Just choose 3 activities and be present. And as time goes by, try to increase it more and more. When you remember my words during the day, you're playing with your child or having a very nice conversation with a friend, practice presence, even if it's for a few seconds or for a minute. And watch how you begin to feel the richness of life more and more. I want to send you my warmest love, because I do love you, and I hope that you can feel my love across the screen. I want, again, to be able to shower you with my love. So if you are one of my early subscribers, again, please put something in the comments so that I can show you my gratitude and my love. And until next time, I want you to always shine as if you were the one, because you are.